You're with Ian in the Corvette Stingray for 9 laps. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds great.
Excellent. Well, we're going to start off by turning that steering wheel around to the right, 1 revolution. That way we get our wheel straightened out. Oh, that's a little too far. Right about there. That way, predictable path when we get started. So go ahead and place your hands on the wheel, hands at 9 and 3. The right hand paddle will shift up. The left hand will shift down. Not a lot of shifting with this car. We leave it in 3rd gear for the entire length of the track, and it's the only car in our fleet that works perfectly that way. So, but if you do bump the paddles accidentally, it's good to know where they are. That way we can get it in the right gear. Let's go ahead and head on out. We'll make our way over to the staging area. Any questions about the classroom or the track or anything like that?
No questions. I think it's just have to take that try and apply that out here on the track.
Yeah, we'll work with you.
It's right here, right?
Yeah, so you can actually go ahead when you're ready.
Okay.
And right hand shift up. Straight ahead to your single green turn in. Bring the car right up to it. Eyes up to your apex to the right. Eyes up the next straight. And start squeezing harder on the throttle as you unwind the wheel. Get that foot all the way down. And right hand shift up. Alright, keep going. All the way to that double orange cone. And on the brakes. Brake all the way to our turn in. And ease off the brakes as we turn in. Good. Gently bring it down to the apex. Eyes up the next straight. Start squeezing the throttle and unwinding the wheel. Now keep going. And now on the brakes. Eyes up to your apex to the right. Release the brakes. Balance with the throttle. And a little bit of brakes to your turn in. Eyes up to your apex to the left. Eyes up the next straight. Start squeezing the throttle. Unwind the wheel. And brakes here. Brake all the way to our turn in. Eyes up to our apex. Release the brakes. Balance with the throttle. And start pushing harder on that throttle. Start unwinding the wheel. Good. Brakes here, bring it through the chicane. Yeah, we do have a faster car behind us, so we're going to take it nice and easy. We're actually going to bring it tighter to the right, give them a little bit of room to pass us on the left. Back on the throttle, keep it going. How you feeling?
Feels good.
All right. Not a bad first lap, so keep doing what you're doing. Keep going, keep going, keep going, and brakes. More brakes. And ease off the brakes and turn in. Balance with the throttle here, get down to your apex. Look up the next straight, unwind the wheel, push harder on the throttle. Good. All the way to your braking zone, and brakes. Slowing it down to your turn in. Ease off the brakes and turn in. Release the brakes. Balance with the throttle. Push a little harder. Good. A little bit of brakes to your turn in, and across to your apex to the left. Eyes up the next straight, start pushing harder on that throttle, begin to unwind the wheel. Unwind the wheel. Good. Brakes here. Bring it to our turn in and across to the right to your apex. Pass on the right. Squeeze the throttle here. Eyes up the next straight. Start pushing harder on that throttle. Unwind the wheel. Unwind it. Unwind it. There you go. A little bit of brakes. Bring it through the chicane. Drive straight through to that last marker. Bring it all the way to that turn in.
Right here?
Yep. Look across to your apex. Start looking up the next straight. And start pushing harder on the throttle. Unwind the wheel. Carry that momentum. Good. All the way to the braking zone. And brakes. Good. Slowing it down to your turn in. Start easing off the brakes. Bring it down to your apex. Eyes up the next straight. Tip into the throttle. Unwind the wheel. And brakes here. Slowing it down. Eyes up to your apex. Bring it up. Release the brakes. Squeeze the throttle. Push harder on the throttle. Unwind the wheel. A little bit of brakes here. Cross your apex to the left. Look up the next straight and unwind the wheel. Squeeze the throttle. And slowing it down here. Wait for that turn in and across to your apex. Look up the next straight. Start pushing harder on the throttle. Start unwinding the wheel. Carry your momentum.
We're shooting from right there, right?
And then bring it over to your turn in to the right. You got lots of time to get over there. I just want you to hug the inside edge. Bring it to your turn in. Eyes up to your apex. Eyes up the next straight, start pushing on that throttle. thing I forgot to tell you, we will be doing a cool down lap after this lap. It's not going to count against your laps. So we're just going to take it easy on the next lap. And brakes here. More brakes. Gently bring it across your apex. Looking good. Eyes up the next straight. Tip into the throttle. Start to unwind the wheel. And brakes here. Slowing it down. Look for your apex. Bring it across to the right. Release the brakes. Back on the throttle. Start to unwind the wheel. You can bring it out to the left a little bit. You got lots of time back to the right. Bring it to your turn in. Look for your apex. Look up the next straight. Start squeezing the throttle and unwind the wheel. And brakes here. Wait for that turn in and across your apex. Release the brakes. Squeeze the throttle. Start to straighten that wheel out now. There you go. Back to the right hand side. Nicely done. A little bit of brakes here. Bring it through the chicane. Straighten it out. Bring it all the way to that turn in and across your apex. And unwind the wheel. We're just going to take it nice and easy. Just relax here and just lift off the throttle. We're going to do a cool down lap here. And it's not going to count against your 9. So start braking here. We're going to make a little room for a faster car going by. You've got this turned down pretty good. I like what you're doing here. So go ahead and unwind out to your exit. Walk you through a couple spots here. Slow it down, slow it down. Slow it down. Look for your apex. Gently bring it across. Balance here. Carry out to the left a little bit wider. Now we're going to bring it to our turn in to the left for your apex. So I'm going to guide you through. I'm going to place my hand on the wheel here. About here, you'll tip into the throttle, and then you'll unwind. You'll carry it out here. And if we hold our wheel right there, we can start braking here, right for our next turn in. And we're going to do the opposite with this next turn. We'll clip the apex and then start to unwind the wheel. The straighter the wheel is, the faster you can go. You got lots of time to get back to the right. So a little bit of brakes here, bring it through the chicane. Straight ahead to your next turn in, bring it right up to it. Light braking here, across your apex. Eyes up the next straight, start pushing harder on that throttle. Get back up to pace. That all make sense?
I think so.
All right, we'll work on that one. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And brakes here. More brakes, more brakes. Look for your apex. Gotta get that car slowed down. You're just light braking. And you're just too slow, too fast to get around that corner. No worries, back on the power. Brakes here. Slow it down to your turn in. Eyes up to your apex. Turn in. Release the brakes. Squeeze the throttle. Squeeze the throttle here. Push harder. And yeah, you don't want to hug the inside edge. You want to carry that momentum. Look for your apex. Now start squeezing the throttle. Start to unwind the wheel. Push harder. Push harder. There you go. And brakes here. Very nicely done. Bring it to your turn in. Ease off the brakes and across your apex. What's happening is you're barely on the brakes and then you push harder as you approach the corner. Unwind. Keep it going. You want to brake harder earlier and then ease off the brakes as you enter the corner. So bring it through the chicane. Straighten it out. Bring it to that turn in. We're going to make a little room for a faster car here. So we're going to bring it over to the right hand side. Now back on the throttle all the way. Release the brakes. Look up the next straight. Squeeze the throttle. Unwind the wheel. Unwind the wheel. Good. And brakes here. More brakes. And ease off the brakes. Turn in. Clip your apex. Balance with the throttle. Start to unwind just a little bit. You got lots of room to get back to your turn in. Light braking here. Lift your apex to the left. Look up the next straight. Start squeezing the throttle and unwind that wheel. Keep going. And brakes. Slow it down to your turn in, then bring it across your apex. Start squeezing the throttle here. Start to unwind the wheel. Carry it out to the left more. Then you got lots of time to bring it to the right. Look through the chicane. Balance here. Straighten it out. Slow it down to that turn in. Eyes up to your apex. Start squeezing the throttle. Unwind the wheel to your exit. Good. How you feeling?
Doing good.
All right. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. And brakes. Slow it down to your turn in. Ease off the brakes, turn in. Good. Balance here. Look up the next straight. Start squeezing harder. a moment, bring it across to the left, keep it going. Squeeze the throttle, keep it going. And brakes here, all the way to that turn in, eyes up to your apex to the right. Balance with the throttle. Now start straightening the wheel out, push harder on the throttle. So you got lots of time to get back to your next turn in. A little bit of brakes here, look through the chicane, balance, straighten it out. Bring it all the way to that turn in. Eyes up to your apex. Squeeze the throttle here. Start pushing harder. Unwind the wheel. Nicely done. Keep that foot down. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And brakes. Lots of brakes. And start easing off the brakes. Turn in. Turn in just a little early. Look up the next straight. Start balancing with the throttle. Pushing harder. Unwind. All right. Nicely done. And brakes here. Eyes up to your apex, release the brakes. Balance with the throttle, unwind the wheel a little bit. Good. Light brakes to your turn in, eyes up to your apex. Eyes up the next straight, start to unwind the wheel, squeeze harder on the throttle. And brakes here, all the way to that turn in, eyes up to your apex. Eyes up the next straight, start squeezing the throttle, start to unwind the wheel, push harder. Light braking here, bring it through the chicane, balance with the throttle now, good. Bring it all the way to that turn in, look for your apex, look up the next straight, tip into the throttle, unwind the wheel. Keep going, keep going, keep going. And brakes, more brakes. Ease off the brakes, turn it, crept away from that edge just a little bit. Look up the next straight, get around that corner, squeeze the throttle. Brakes here. Slowing it down. Eyes up to your apex. Get across to the right. Release the brakes. Back on the throttle. Keep it going. Push a little harder. Straighten that wheel out. Light brake to your turn in and across your apex. Start getting back on that power. Alright. On the brakes here. This time we're going to take it nice and easy. We'll exit on the left hand side. Well, how was that?
It's fun.
Yeah.
So that was 9 already?
That was 9.
Wow, that went by quick.
And a 10th cooldown.
Yeah, definitely a lot faster than I'm used to going.
You're definitely carrying, when I showed you in the cooldown lap, you're straightening the wheel. The straighter the wheel is faster you can go. That's why drag racing's in a straight line.
Yeah.
So you did very well. We're going to drive down the middle of the canopy here.
Yeah, not bad for a first timer, huh?
Not bad at all. That was great. Bring it right in here. That should be good there. Go ahead and turn the wheels far to the left as it'll go, please. You can release the brakes. We're not going anywhere. Any questions?
No, just what do you think I need to improve on? Just try and look a little bit farther ahead.
Further down the road, helps you process the information. The faster you go, the faster all that stuff comes down. So again, the more time you give yourself to process that information, the better, of course, it's going to be. And just find yourself just wanting to straighten the wheel out more. It's a little bit awkward, and everybody likes to hold the wheel. You turned in really well, and then you got your apex. You want to hold your hands right there, and you just want to straighten it out. The car will you'll free up the car to want to go faster. Otherwise, it was good. No drama.
Yeah.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. We didn't skid off or anything.
Yeah,
so.
no, like I said, no drama. So nicely done.
All right, thanks, Ian.
Thank you very much.